Well, he gave some information to some agents that he was working, doing acts with Cassie, cross states, going back and forth, this, that, and the third. So it only takes one witness. So now, the reason they haven't went after for him because it's more to get into. It's more to get into. It's not only the African, it's the alleged, the guns, the alleged drugs. And I'm saying alleged because they haven't came out with any formal charges yet. But when they come out with some charges, bro, and you hit it, the Southern District of New York do not play. And people don't play with them. So I don't understand why this stuff ever even got to this point, but it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. The reason they haven't came down and got him yet, they going through his taxes. You hear what he said? They had all the people that he did.
Hollywood is buzzing as GeneDeal, also known as GeneDeal, Diddy's former bodyguard, reveals shocking details about Diddy's influence in Hollywood. His revelations have now led to the FBI taking action, ultimately forcing Deal behind bars.
They had a friendship. I don't know why their friendship fell out. Their friendship was before Diddy, before Biggie and Pop. So I don't know why they fell out. I know every girl that Tupac had, Puff wanted and got. So, all right, what happened is that I guess Pac had got whiffed that Jay-Z was in town. Well, you know he gonna do a show because Jay-Z, he doing a show. But you gotta realize Jay-Z had became an enemy of Pac because I think he had said some he was gonna do a song with Big or whatever like that, the whole 9 yards. So Jay is now Pac's enemy. So it was just good business just to chill out with that. But they was trying to chill out the whole thing. They had a big meeting and Puff would send a representative or let Zip or Chaz represent him in the meeting. And then it came out. He also told Big that he had to watch Puff because Puff was gonna rob him blind.
So you believe Kirk Burroughs when he say that, Diddy, he was jealous of the relationship between Tupac and Big?
I don't know if I could say he was jealous with his relationship with Big. He didn't like Pac. It's something that happened between Pac and him that he didn't like it. So if my man or somebody that I'm working with is dealing with somebody I don't like, I'm gonna have a dislike for that relationship they have. I don't just think it's jealousy. I think it more was just a dislike and a hatred that somebody I'm working with is working with somebody that I don't like anymore or I got a problem with.
So you feel like it was intentional when Diddy was getting with, the same woman that Tupac already had?
Yeah. I think that he purposely went after the girls that dealt with Pop.
Why you think he did that on purpose?
Because when you have an envy of someone, remember Puff tried to get that Juice movie and Juice, but they gave it to Pop. So when you have an envy of somebody, if you can't beat them, the closest thing you could do is have what they got. Have what they had, or try to get what they got.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Kirk Burroughs, he also said in this interview that Diddy, he would encourage Biggie to make songs that was beefy.
I don't think Kirk Burroughs was correct on that because Biggie didn't write around Puff. Big always wrote wherever he wrote at and then went to record. If he wrote anything or came up with some kind of concept of something. You're not gonna find too many times Big and Puff was in the studio together where Big was recording. Puff may come in after the work is done and then add his little, take that. Bad boy. But Big always record, because like when we were doing the music to Bone Thugs and Harmony, Big said, I ain't right. He sat there and smoked up all their weed. And he waited till he got to New York and then came back with the song. Flipped their whole style. Big didn't ever write around nobody. Like, Puff never, told Big what to write and what not to write.
Everyone knew Tupac had a sharp intuition and could sense people's true intentions. He likely saw through Diddy and chose to distance himself, sensing something off about him.
What's the story behind Jay-Z being afraid to come out his hotel room because of Pac?
All right, what happened is that I guess Pac had got whiffed that Jay-Z was in town. Well, he gonna do a show because Jay-Z, he doing a show. But you gotta realize Jay-Z had became an enemy of Pac because I think he had said some or he was gonna do a song with Big or whatever like that, the whole 9 yards. So Jay is now Pac's enemy too. So Chaz Williams, who was over Black Hands. Black Hands is one of the labels who did that Black Gangsta had every artist in New York on. And Chaz, who is now getting into the music business, has become a music executive. And he was once a former gangster who was on American Gangster BET because they had him down for robbing 161 banks. That's what they put in their program and everything. But Chaz was a gangster in New York City that became a music executive. So he gets a phone call saying that Jay is not gonna come out the room because Tupac threatened him. So he's not gonna do his show. Can he make some phone calls, you understand, to get Pac off the. So I think he may have talked to Big D, and Big D and Eric B called Suge, and Suge was laughing, saying that wasn't him. Because they tried to make it seem like it was Suge that was doing it, but it was Pac. So I guess Suge called Pac. Pac let him go ahead and do his show and everything like that. But Jay was scared to come out his room.
So that story was really true about Jay-Z being afraid to come out his hotel room.
Yeah, come on, man. He was scared. Probably still is scared.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And Suge, he told Pac to chill out?
Yeah, Suge told Pac to chill out. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, they was trying to, you got to realize is that it was going to call a dissension because they were trying to start Death Row East Coast. And that would have been Pac, Eric B, and, you know what I'm saying, all the dudes here in New York. So then they're going to have groups coming back and forth from Cali to New York. So it was just good business just to chill out with that. But they was trying to chill out the whole thing. They had a big meeting and Puff wouldn't send a representative or let Zip or Chaz represent him in the meeting.
Yeah, that's a wild story. And who told you this story, if you don't mind me asking?
I was there.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know you was there. So you was there when Jay was scared to come out his hotel room. I had no idea, man.
I used to roll with Chaz every day, bro. And then it came out. And then it came out, somebody else told the story.
How is Shannon Sharpe, the former NFL star turned media personality, involved? In a recent interview with Cat Williams on his channel, a video that once racked up 260,000 views per hour on YouTube, Sharpe massively exposes Diddy and sheds light on the ongoing case.
That's the same nobody that shot Tupac. And if nobody shot Tupac, it's the same nobody that shot MLK. It's a lot of nobodies out there, and nobody minds if nobody comes up missing, right? That don't bother nobody, does it? Certainly doesn't bother me. So, shout outs to the nobodies. The police said they arrested the shooters, then said they didn't arrest the shooters. But I was there.
Did Suge do anything to provoke this, or?
Nobody in the world has ever provoked themselves being shot.
That's true.
If you're an idiot, you can believe this was about Suge Knight.
How about the reports that this was gang related? These were two gang members that thought they did it in spite of Tupac.
If it was gang related, then why didn't it happened thorough. You're saying it was gang related, so that means somebody's gang was shooting at somebody's gang, and then somebody's gang didn't shoot back. That's your story?
What does former music executive Suge Knight, a longtime friend of Diddy, have to do with this? Suge Knight, currently serving 28 years in federal prison for a hit-and-run and voluntary manslaughter, recently released an audio clip from jail advising Diddy to turn himself in, as he did in 2015, to save the face of hip-hop. What secrets has Suge been hiding about Diddy all this time?
Everybody's been talking about the Puffy situation. First, I'd like to pray for his family. His daughters and sons, his kids, basically. That's never a good sign for nobody to cheer about when it comes to kids or young men being handcuffed. It's a bad day for hip-hop, for the culture, black people. Because when one look bad, we all look bad. Because that's definitely not nothing to cheer about. But I tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger. Because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participate in. So, you know they're going to get you if they can. It's a little crazy how Puffy gets booted out the alcohol business and Jimmy Iovine steps in with Andre and Snoopy promoting it. It's never a good look when it comes to culture, hip-hop, and for our community, our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you gotta face the music. That's most of the time. Perfect. I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one. You know, if you're squatting pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison.
Did you ever have a chance to watch the Cat Williams podcast with Shay with Shannon Sharpe? Did you watch the whole thing?
Well, number one, you know, best family. At the same time, I'm in the penitentiary. Watch that. But I heard about it like the whole world did. I heard it was a great interview.
Now, let me ask you, Shug, your experience with Cat. If for the audience, you and Cat have hung out, who is Cat to you? Is he a stand-up guy, good friend, relationship guy that you could trust?
Oh, I can trust him.
Okay.
And I don't say that about too many people, but at the same time, you know, Cat is who he is. And if you really want to understand Cat, he on tour right now, go buy one ticket front row and hear it all. You know, tell the truth. I can definitely find out about Shannon.
Even from there, you're selling tickets. You can't, no matter where you're selling. No, the only reason I asked this question is because when he did this interview with Shannon Sharpe, and I know you played in the NFL before, when he did this interview with Shannon Sharpe, everywhere everybody was talking, but also people were quiet. I want to play one of the clips, Rob. If you can play the clip of what Cat said to Shannon Sharpe about Diddy. I just want you to hear this since you haven't heard the whole thing. This is just a snippet of what Cat said about Diddy. Go for it. He went after, Diddy. He went after TDG. He went after a lot of people in the space. Had you, Cat, and Diddy, did you guys ever party together, 3 of you guys? I know you and Diddy spent some time together, but did you, Cat, and Diddy ever spend time together?
I'm not gonna say I never had a threesome. But I damn sure ain't had no threesome with no men. So you talking about having me
No, that's not what I'm asking.
First of all, I don't care what you're trying to do. I said, you said, not me.
Well, listen, that is becoming an everyday something new pops up where it's no longer a surprise nowadays. But I guess the question I'm asking is, did you, Diddy and Cat ever hang out where, and the reason why I'm asking this, where you actually personally witnessed some of the accusations that Diddy is having, saying the fact that he had cameras in the room?
This, okay. Well, this is the thing I'm gonna tell you. We from two different worlds, number one, you and I. Number two, I'm the guy that didn't want to fight to those parties. I'm the guy that never been happy to be left out of my life. But at the same time, I'm not the guy who's in for Puffy's downfall. But I am the guy who supports the victims who got victimized, right? But at the same time, whatever the situation is, everybody knows it's wrong. And I don't think you get punished as hard as a regular person because, you know, he used to be an FBI informant for a long time, they say. So I'm quite sure that play a role.
You're saying...
That's the question. Me, Cat, and Puffy, we had no reason to be hanging out. We ain't hanging out with me and Puffy. That's that.
Got it. So you're saying Diddy's an FBI informant, and he's been one for many years.
That's what they say, and nothing ever happens, but it's still, like I say, it ain't my business. Well, I said that because anybody else can happen up quick, fast, and hurry. But you know, the most important thing about this is that with me, you got some people will have a people on something either they weren't a part of or they wasn't there. And I never want to be that type of person. Because you know, there's only so many people who have Tupac or seen Tupac or talked to Tupac. And I feel that way because I often hear so many Tupac stories from people who never met, people who wasn't around. Then you had the ones that, if they worked at McDonald's and they took Tupac orders, you know what I mean, they know Tupac. Or you do security or whatever, you know what I mean, you know him. All these people been benefiting and capitalizing on trying to put the man down or lie on him or tell some stories that they wasn't there or they know anything about. Because I don't think none of these people psychic. And I'm not. You know what happened to the last psychic Vicky? She ended up, whoever her name was, the fake prostitute voice. You know what happened to her when all went bad. So I don't like to speculate. So I just tell the truth how it is.
As the Cassie and Diddy feud unfolds in court, the conspiracy surrounding Diddy's alleged involvement in Biggie's murder is resurfacing. In an old interview, GeneDeal recounts every detail of what happened on D-Day. Interestingly, Gene has been telling this same story for 20 years, yet only now are the feds starting to take notes.
To reflect on the darkest times in your life, sometimes you gotta do that. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. Now they're going to therapy, they're going to rehab. I had to ask God for His mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day.
Can we believe Pete Diddy's apology after everything he's done to Cassie? The flood of lawsuits that followed has now led to a grand jury indictment, with the feds closing in on him. On Monday, the authorities arrested Diddy on 57th Street in Manhattan, taking him into custody that night. Diddy's lawyer stated that the musician has been cooperating with the investigation that led to the indictment, adding that he voluntarily moved to New York last week in anticipation of these charges.
Diddy has been arrested in New York City after a grand jury indictment, and we have the breaking news. Though charges in the indictment are unknown, Billboard has confirmed the arrest. The rap mogul has been hit with at least 8 civil lawsuits alleging sexual abuse over the past year. Now, according to TMZ, Diddy was taken into federal custody at the FBI's Manhattan field office. In a statement to Billboard, an attorney for Diddy said, "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man. He is an imperfect person, but he is not a criminal." We'll keep you posted as the story develops. For everything we know, head to Billboard.com.
It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch. Yeah. You understand?
Right.
And we here together, and we're going to keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us.
What do you guys think? Is this just another escapade for Diddy? Or is he behind bars for good? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Until then, fam, stay real.